Hey everyone, it's Putt Putt, and today I'm going to share my bike packing setup that I used on my last bike packing trip. So my first and biggest upgrade was a seat bag. This seat bag allowed me to carry a couple days of food, which was great. That meant I didn't have to carry it in my backpack. And the seat bag I chose was the Revelate Designs Terrapin seat bag system. I got the 8-liter bag because I have a full suspension bike and you need quite a bit of clearance for the bigger one, so I opted for the 8-liter instead of the 14-liter. The Terrapin seat bag system consists of this holster. So this gets strapped onto your bike, the back of your bike, and this bag here, which is waterproof. The stuff sack here, you could fit 2 to 3 days worth of food, just kind of depends on what kind of food you're packing. The seat bag was super stable, which was amazing. It didn't sway around or anything while I was riding. And having that stuff sack and holster system, it made it super easy and simple to take the stuff sack out without having to take the whole system off of your bike. So all I had to do was take that stuff sack out of the bag every time I wanted to get food for the night or whatever. So that was really nice. It was easy to take that bag in and out of that holster. The second part of my upgrade for this last bike packing trip was the Revelate Designs Hopper frame bag. It works really well with a full suspension bike. If you have rear suspension and you're looking for a frame bag, this one works really well. The Hopper frame bag has this really cool magnetic closure system, so it opens and closes super easy. And then I would just slip in my food for the day in there. And I had super easy access to it all day long. So those were my 2 big upgrades for that trip. So now I'm gonna move on to the initial items that I had on my first bike packing trip. But all of this goes together to make a really great complete system for a full suspension bike packing rig. Up next is the Revelate Designs Gas Tank. This was strapped to the top tube of my bike, and it holds my multi-tool and a spare tube and some tube patches. So it also has kept my little backlight in there as well. My tool there, the tube, and then some patches slipped in the side there. But this gave me super easy access if I ever needed those items. Up next is my Revelate Designs Handlebar Bag. It's the Sweetroll size medium. And this is where I kept my sleeping bag, my base layers, tops and bottom, and my rain gear. I usually like to keep this pretty light so that the front of my bike isn't weighted too much. But yeah, super easy, simple system. And up next is this homemade dry bag and the Revelate Designs Washboard straps. I use these together to keep my tent in, and that went on top of the Sweetroll. It would strap to the handlebar and would go on top of the Sweetroll. And the last part of this whole setup is a backpack. I simply used a day pack for this. I used the day pack I already had, which was the Osprey Escapist 32. In this day bag, I kept my portable bike pump, which is pretty small. I kept my sleeping pad, and my water, and also some chain lube. So pretty light. I didn't store a lot of stuff in here. The heaviest thing was the water. So this system worked amazingly well for me. Of course, that's as far as how well it works for you, it'll depend on what kind of gear you are putting in those bags. If you'd like to see what gear I actually used for the trip and what I put in those bags, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video about that. So there you have it. That was my bike packing setup for my last trip. Some old gear and also a couple of upgrades, which helped out a lot. I hope this helped some folks out who are thinking about getting into backpacking. Even if you have a full suspension mountain bike, it's totally still doable. This is all the gear that I use, and I have a full suspension bike. If you've got a setup that you really like to use for your bike packing trips, please let me know. Leave it in the comments below. If you got any value out of this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. I hope everybody stays well, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.